All right. Well, let's have a little class. So, I don't know if you guys know me, but my name is Guru Mayer, and I teach emotional liberation. I wrote a couple of books on the subject. And so today's class is going to be short. What I do is a 15 to 30-minute class with a few ideas and then some meditations so we can have an experience. So I want to share some ideas about this time of year, beginnings and endings. But information goes so far, but experience is really how we learn. So we're going to do some meditations to embody the thoughts that I'm going to share. So it's near the end of the year, almost a new year, and many people naturally think about endings and beginnings. What did I do this past year? What do I want for this coming year? And when we start thinking like that, we may have regrets about what didn't happen. We may have some sadness about unfulfilled dreams or things that went not the way we wanted them to. And then so there's that processing. And then there's also, well, what sort of a new year, what can we create? What do we want different or to change or to achieve or to get, right? So those are naturally things that we think about. And so I'd like to facilitate that process. So we're going to do a couple of meditations from my book, Senses of the Soul. These are Kundalini Kriyas, usually short with some breathing, and that will help us process, all right? So I think what I'd like to do is, so what my classes typically are, and that's what we'll do today, is we'll begin some breathing, and then that breathing will start working on our mind and body, and then I'm going to suggest some things for you to sort of a guided meditation. Now, some people don't like to be talked to while they're meditating, and I understand that. I'll try to be spacious so I can give some prompts and let you process on your own. And of course, if you want to just mute me and do the breathing, if you want to have your own space, please do. But my work really is to help people navigate their emotions, and the emotions are really important to help us navigate our lives. So that's the deal. So let's begin. I'd like to do a little sort of tuning into oneself. If you'll put your hands here at your heart center, or you could put them flat over the heart center if you prefer. And let's bring it down now. Close your eyes. And rather than looking at the screen, you're going to be focusing inwardly on yourself. First, notice your breath and start deepening it. So you take control of your breath by breathing slow, deep, and long, and that'll be soothing and focusing. So the mind can go outward away from us. So we're going to draw it into you now. Self-awareness is the game here. So now scan your body. What are you feeling in your physicality, in your somatic reality? And be aware of sensations and see if you can not fixate on them. So just be in a constant flow. Like if you were monitoring some sort of you were hooked up to a medical device, you're just monitoring, and the gauge keeps flowing. So you're just in this moment, seeing what's happening. Again, you're breathing deep and slow, and hopefully feeling present, feeling relaxed. But you'll also be aware of discomforts. And when we also become aware of our emotional sensations, You'll be aware if there's anything been bothering you this morning or recently, any worries about the future, things from the past. And that too, again, will try to be right here, like immediate. Now, emotions are kind of sticky because the emotional part of your brain doesn't know if it's past, present, or future. So let's just keep breathing and go, I am here now. So you're tuning into yourself. Now I'll ask you to, with your mind, you can be aware of more than self, the outer world, and then go vast, go to the whole biggest thing you can imagine, the universe, the cosmos, the spirit, the soul, and feel tuned into that level too. So microcosm and macro. And it's important for you, if you have a tuning in ritual that is important to you, you can certainly do that as well. Chanting, toning mentally or out loud. Just being very universal here for all tastes. Now, inhale deeply and hold for a moment. And exhale, release. And we're going to go right into a simple breathing meditation here. Another one, if you will. Just lightly touch your 5 fingertips together. And the fingers are pointing upward right at the heart center. Simple. Now, here's the breathing. We're going to do a segmented, regulated breathing, a timed breathing. And that will be a 5-second inhale, a 5-second hold or retention, gentle, not tight, and then a gentle 5-second release. All right, so I'll model it for you and time it here. So I'm beginning my inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm full and I'm holding gently, 3, 4, 5. I begin the release, 2, 3, and by 5, I want to push it all out, and 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and suspend. Just feel peaceful on top of your breath, and now we begin the exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you've got that inhale, and I'll let you count on your own. And let you get used to this. And soon enough, you may feel the rhythm and not need to count anymore, but that's up to you. The counting does help you focus. I hope you can enjoy this breath, this life-giving. I mean, you're alive. There's a lot of pluses and minuses to your evaluation of your life, but you're alive, you're breathing, you're here. This, if we can just be grateful and be present. Now, as you breathe, I want to just suggest a few things. That the coming and going of the breath is emblematic of all of life, the comings and goings of the calendar year, our days, our breath at the basic seconds, minutes, days, months, years. So we get a new year, and then we go through it, and then it's gone. At our macro level, we get a birth, we get a life for as long as it lasts, and then it ends. And what happens in the middle is very important to us. So as you breathe, can you just please be in that rhythm, understanding the rhythm? Your breath comes, and now it's with you for a short time. And then it goes. And it's beautiful because right now you're in control of that coming and going. But for most things, we're not. So what's going now in our calendar, in our made-up calendars, is a year, 2020, whatever it was, right? So I invite you in your reflective meditative state to just scan the year. Maybe events pop up. What were some of the highlights, the lowlights, major things? And all the countless seconds and moments that are in your memory, but you may not remember them. And the way our minds work is when you review this year, you will have feelings about it. I'd like to invite you to let your feelings about your year be aware to you. How I feel about my year, how I feel about it ending. How do I feel about endings? And look at our marvelous ability to do this thing, to review, to feel. We like some feelings, we don't enjoy other feelings, but they're all important. Now, this little breathing that you're doing is to help deal with the past. Sometimes about the past we like or we don't like. When we don't like, we're sad or we grieve. Is there any sadness showing up for you about what happened this past year or the passing of this year? And please, this is based on my research that being willing, when you are willing to feel what you feel, it's very useful to you. It's very valuable. So thank you for being willing to feel. And it leads to understanding. It leads to healing. So now desires are behind everything we do. So your feelings about this passing year are based on what you wanted, what you got, and what you didn't get. Let's just be honest. It's okay. We need things. But as far as this year goes, it's done. So can you have your feelings, validate them, and accept? Can you accept what happened and what didn't happen? That's some work, and it's beautiful work. You don't have to like, accepting doesn't mean you like it, but you go like, that happened. It's done, it's gone. I have feelings about it, and that's the story. That's what happened. So see if in your breathing now you can bring into your heart center, into your body, acceptance. Letting things be as they are rather than resistant. I mean, it seems a funny thing to have things in the past we can't touch or control anymore and to be resisting that. No, I didn't want that to happen. We're going to come to the coming year, and believe me, if you'll be cleaner, brighter, happier if you can accept what was and what is, okay? So we're just doing a little year-end clearing by accepting. And compassion's a nice thing to bring in while your hands are here in front of the heart center, your breath is coming into the lungs. Compassion. Now let's move from review up to this present moment. Here we are again. We've always been here, but our mind has the ability to look back and remember. Now let's be present again. Here you are, breathing, alive, in this moment. Can you get to where in this moment everything's fine? But when the mind goes past or future, sometimes you're in pain, you have to go right to the micro millisecond moment. All right, now please inhale deeply. Press the fingers a little more firmly to ground yourself and feel the hands in front of the heart center and declare completion. Declare that you're embodied all the experiences and the learnings of the past year. And they're in you now for your benefit. And release the breath. And let the hands down onto the knees. Just relax. Or in the lap. If you like them still at the heart center, do that. But we want to be very relaxed now. And assess your own experience of the last few minutes. Don't reanimate it, but just review the process itself and where that leaves you now. So how are you? Just ask yourself, feel. Can you be present here in this moment as you are? All right, part 2, let's go into the future now. We like to do that. It's a good skill we have, and it cannot serve us as well. So this posture is just hands relaxed on the knees, in the lap, or whatever you like that feels very relaxed. And we're going to start simply breathing through an open mouth, slow and deep, slowly and deeply. So that's like this. Little windy sound to it, nothing forced. Oh, I'm sorry, I did a round mouth. This is actually pursed lips, more like a kiss. So that'll sound more, not whistly exactly, but windy. Okay, so I'm inhaling like a sweet drink, and I'm exhaling. It sounds like I'm blowing a kiss. Good. Settle into this breath. A little different from the last. Different effects. And this meditation helps us to explore desire. As I said before, Our life is really about wanting and needing things, and then what happens when we get them or we don't. Simple view of life, right? Now you need breath more than you need just about anything, because you can't live long without it. So here you are, robustly feeding yourself your primary need in life. I want you to enjoy that, appreciate that here you are feeding yourself your most urgent need. That's a great experience, to feel the power, the control, and the satisfaction of that. All right, so let's do that together. Now, when most of us think about the coming year, we think about things we want, improvements, changes. It could be external, internal, desires. And please, there is nothing wrong with desires. They've been villainized for various reasons, but please, let's accept our human needs and desires. Breathe as robustly as you would like, but let's keep it full and not too fast. And look now forward into the year. Wow, 12 beautiful months, winter, spring, summer, fall. Lots of things are already on your schedule or planned or hoped to happen. Can you just enjoy that cornucopia of opportunity? And what's your response? Does it feel intimidating? Does it feel like great possibility? Do you have hope? Or do you have discouragement about it already? But it's just there to create. So can you look around, get in touch with any specific desires you have, wants, goals, needs, intentions? Just appreciate your mind's ability to do this. But it can be difficult. It can be not all pleasant. So the second meditation, let's work with it a little bit. Now, if some of the things you think about that you want are physical, are related to things, to money, to jobs, to homes, to things large and small, that's beautiful. Things are what decorates our life. So acknowledge those. Okay, good. Now I'd like, as you breathe, to invite you to understand that the things you want in your life, you want them because of how you hope and believe they will help you to feel. Will you feel less anxious with a pay raise? Will you feel more relaxed with a vacation, right? So I want you to shift from objects of our desires to the experiences they give us. What are the experiential states, the emotions, the feelings that you want for yourself this year? And embrace the fact that you want them. Okay, so shift from object to experience. Because I propose that that's why you want anything, for how you will feel, how it will make your life be experienced. So let's focus on the end game. And now make your wish list. If it's not immediately apparent how you want to experience your year, how you want to feel, then just name it, create it, and let yourself desire it. a whole buffet, a whole cornucopia of experiences. Now, I'll ask you to choose one. Is it a feeling, an emotion, love, peace, harmony, coziness? But can you choose one now, please, and focus on it? And that feeling and experience is now what you're inhaling with the breath. You're sipping in that emotion, feeling, or experience of your desire, and you're fulfilling it now. I need more ease in my life personally, so I'm sipping in my ease. Oh yeah, I've been working too hard, y'all. So I'm just sharing mine now, like, I want more ease. Oh yeah. God, I've worked so hard and I've been stressed now. Oh, I can sip it, feel it, enjoy it. That's what ease feels like. Give me more. Yeah, when I have ease, I have no worry. I have less worry. Ah, beautiful. Are you feeding yourself? I can just taste it, feel it coming in with the air, and it's filling your body. You're giving yourself the feelings, the experience that you want more of. And you were maybe hoping that certain people, places, and things this year might give you that. And please do enjoy those people, places, and things. But here you are giving it to yourself now. You don't have to wait and create too much more. Like, do it then in the future, and do it now. Ah, beautiful. I feel the ease that I want already. And guess what? If you want to feel often the way that your heart is showing you, you want to experience life, well, you better practice. You need to get used to it. When we've been suffering a lot, sometimes we've lived without love and we want love. We may not really know how to let it in or feel it. So practice that now. And why not spend a little time every day practicing feeling the way you'd like to feel? Yes, you have some control over that. All right, last full minute here. I'll be in silence and let you play with these skills that you have. Okay, now here comes the last breath, please. Inhale deeply, and this one will hold for a little while. So here you are, full and complete. Everything you need right here in this moment is with you. So feel the contained contentment. Even if fleeting, it is so beautiful, contentment. And gently let that breath go. Take a moment still inside to Experience yourself. And now finally, before we open our eyes, just can you step back in your mind's eye and review this experience? We did the fingertip breathing, looked into the past. So review what stands out for you, what experience. We came to present. We went into future, coming year, and then the real goal of our strivings is our experience. How did it feel? Could you let it in? Could you feed yourself that thing? All right, inhale again, and at your own pace, slowly come out of the meditation. So we've had about half an hour together, and I hope it was worth your while and beneficial. This will be, you know how to, if any of that was valuable, you know how to do it now, and you can do it anytime. And this video is something you can replay as well. And I'd like to say thank you and appreciate you being here and me being with you. And we'll say, how about a long sat nam? Sa